This video is an update video because Clickfunnels recently changed how they handle registering custom domains. And they made it easier by essentially eliminating the need to go set up Cloudflare. However, it still works with Cloudflare, so if you watch the Cloudflare videos and you want to set it up with Cloudflare, that is still perfectly applicable. And it's actually still what I do because I also run a WordPress website, and by running that through Cloudflare as well, I get all sorts of speed benefits and security benefits. So if you have anything off of Clickfunnels, there's still a good advantage for using Cloudflare. But if all you're using is Clickfunnels for your websites and your funnels and your pages, then you can essentially eliminate the need for Cloudflare and just use what Clickfunnels gives you. So there's going to be two parts of this video. I'm going to show you what to do if you already have Cloudflare set up, and then we'll do it from scratch. So if you get a new domain name from Clickfunnels, and how to go about setting all that stuff up. So let's get into it. Come up to account here, go to custom domains. You'll see that this page looks different now. So now we have the option to add a new domain up here. And it says register a new domain, and that's what we're going to go over in just a minute here. But we're going to use our own domain. So we went to Namecheap or GoDaddy or some domain registrar. We registered a domain and we connected it to Cloudflare and we did all that other stuff. So now we want to connect, let's say, a subdomain to our Clickfunnels account. So we're going to do this option right here, use an existing domain. And I will go ahead and just call it example domain.crazyimarketing.club. Add domain. So now it says in order for your custom domain to work, you'll need to log in where you bought your domain and add a CNAME record that points to example domain at target.clickfunnels.com. And they have detailed instruction for most registrars, so you can go ahead and follow these. Now, since we're running our domain through Cloudflare, we're going to go ahead and update or add a CNAME record in Cloudflare. So we got example domain pointing to target.clickfunnels.com. So let's come in here, go to our DNS options, go ahead, select CNAME from this drop-down menu, and it's example domain pointed at target.clickfunnels.com, hit add record, come back over to ClickFunnels here, say I've done this step, and it's going to go out and check. And it says, congrats, we were able to connect to your new custom domain. So next step, and it says, let's secure your domain. We'll set your custom domain up with SSL certificates so customers can connect to your funnel securely. They spelled securely wrong. That's kind of funny. Anyway, set up now. Let's do check status now. And so it's going to go ahead and secure my domain for me. So that's nice and handy. I'm just going to go back to domains, and this will run in the background. And that's how you go about connecting your domain to Clickfunnels if you're using Cloudflare. And you don't have to do a subdomain either. You could do your root domain, so it could be crazyimarketing.club. And I'd go through the same steps that I just went through, but for my root domain as opposed to my subdomain. Now we could also add a new domain via Clickfunnels here. So let's go to add new domain and register a new domain. So find your domain now. And we can search for available domains. I'm just going to call it example funnel, and it went out there and pulled in a bunch of different names with different TLD extensions. So I got examplefunnel.net. Let's say I want that one. Hit get, and now it says hot diggity dang, examplefunnel.net is available. We are giving you one domain on the house. Yeehaw. Now real quick, there is some discrepancies here around this domain, and the situation will likely become more clear as time progresses. Again, this is like a brand new feature that Clickfunnels offers. But apparently this free domain that they give you, they actually own. And there's a discrepancy over whether, when it comes up for renewal, how that's going to work, and also if you could transfer it to, say, Namecheap or GoDaddy or something else. So basically, if you want to leave Clickfunnels, could you bring your domain with you? That's kind of in a gray area right now. So I just want you to be mindful of that. But I'm going to click this use free domain option here, and I've not done this before, so I'm not exactly sure what might happen, but we'll find out together. Alright, so it says let's check that your domain is connected, so I'm just going to do check now. Congrats, we were able to connect to your new custom domain, so that was actually very easy. Let's see, secure my domain, hit set up now. And it's securing my domain just like it went through and did it with the other time we went through where we set it up through Cloudflare. So let me just go back to domains real quick. And so they're both in pending mode right now. I imagine it'll take a little bit of time for that SSL certificate stuff to get issued. So I'll try and come back here and check on how these things are progressing. And there's one last thing I want to point out to you. With the domain we registered through Clickfunnels here, so examplefunnel.net, under settings here, we come into this option. We can change, of course, our default page and our 404 error page. So like we could previously, we can still assign those pages. But this edit zone records option, this is important here. So if we click expand, we see that we can go ahead and edit our zone records. So this is where we would go in, and if we're connecting to G Suite, we can go ahead and add our MX records here. So, type MX. So that's where we would add those values. Same thing with the SMTP integrations, like when we integrated with SendGrid and we had to verify our domain with SendGrid, and we did that through Cloudflare here. So we added all these records. So here's all the G Suite records that we added. Here's how we verified our domain with G Suite. Here's our SendGrid information. So when we verified with SendGrid, and so on. So if you watch that Cloudflare connection videos and how we connected our CNAMEs and MX records and text records, so instead of doing it here because we're using Cloudflare, if you register your domain through Clickfunnels, you'll do it here under Edit Zone Records. So same concept will apply. You see the option for CNAME and MX records and text records if I could scroll down. So that's where you do it inside of Clickfunnels here for domains you register in Clickfunnels. And so I hope this video is helpful. It's still the same overall concept. It's just how to do it has changed, and they made it easier essentially by eliminating the need for Cloudflare. However, you still can use Cloudflare if you want to. So all those videos are still applicable. And again, I still use Cloudflare because I also run WordPress through my Cloudflare server, and Cloudflare has a bunch of different benefits like website acceleration and security features and stuff like that. So there's still a lot of benefit to using Cloudflare, but you don't need it if you don't want it.